What's up, guys? You're watching an episode of PokeTalk where I just sit down with people in the community or friends of mine, such as this episode, and we just talk about Pokemon, stuff happening in the hobby, and what's going on. So, this episode, I will be talking to a real IRL friend of mine, Sir Taylor the Great. Be sure to check out all his stuff down in the description, and yeah, let's jump on in. We can just hop on in, I guess. What's been happening, man?
Not much been's going on lately, man. Just trying to find some shit to do.
Yeah.
But
So I've had a lot of Shining Fates. I've opened one ETB. I got one ETB up there, stashed away for a giveaway. Have you been able to find any or open any?
I have not been able to find a single one. I think the GameStop here only got like one case of them, and from what I understand, one person bought the whole case, so that's pretty sweet.
So yeah, I did pre-orders with a friend through GameStop, and our GameStop got one case also, but the owner told me and the friend like we were the only ones who bought more than one. So only four people pre-ordered at that GameStop. So it was like two people who got one, and then me and my friend. My friend got like three, and I got six. And so he gave us two each, and then the other guys their one. So I think that was a good way of doing it, but it makes sense. But it's just crazy that they only got one case. So like, it's just nuts.
Yeah, and then like I've seen people say they've found them at like Target and stuff, but I've called I've called and like walked into Target, and as far as they know, they said they have not gotten anything yet, but I don't know how, but we'll see.
Yeah, we've been noticing Target like stock overnight. Like if it's something that's releasing the next day, like Shining Fates, I think ours stocked the night before. And so when the store opened, they were on the shelf like for everyone who was waiting at the door. So I don't know if they're doing that like aside from release day or what, but I went there
Yeah.
I went there for those jumbo binders, those jumbo card binders that were releasing last week, and they didn't have them like that opening morning.
See, I think we actually got the jumbo binders in. I didn't buy any. I probably should have, but I started to say I'm not gonna buy anything that I'm not personally like interested in. But
I think I got one right here. I'm gonna open it here on camera though, so we have a little opening. But you
But
weren't
yeah,
you weren't
like as far
interested
as
in
I
one?
know, my Target hasn't gotten like any of the new stuff in, which I don't know if that's true or if if they're really checking or if they just like assuming all Pokemon stuff is out right now. I don't know what
Yeah,
uh they're doing.
yeah, it's been crazy. Um, yeah, I think this is one of those like jumbo binders. So I have like the original magazine Jumbo Pikachu, and
Hmm.
I thought about collecting the ones that come out this year for the 25th anniversary. So I wanted one to actually use, but I didn't realize like they were so cheap initially. Like they were only $10.
Is that really all
So
they are?
yeah. So I mean they were selling pretty regularly online for 30, of course. But yeah, they're only $10. And you get the Pikachu. Actually, let me crack this open right now because I'm pretty sure that's what it
I
is.
honestly haven't even like, other than that last video that you did with the 25th anniversary thing. Like I haven't seen much of the 25th anniversary stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
So this is the jumbo binder, and I was excited for this because nobody really, everyone who collects jumbo cards, like there's not a good way to store them.
yeah.
And so I was really excited for this, thinking like this is gonna be like a hot item. But yeah, this is what you get for
Oh,
10
that's pretty cool.
bucks. That's actually, it's like jumbo size, and you also get this with it.
Oh,
The
that's pretty sweet. I may
Jumbo Pikachu 25th anniversary. It's got a
I
little
may have
logo
to try
there.
to find one of those because like I do have a bunch of jumbo cards. I'm not necessarily like interested. I just kind of kept all the ones from the boxes and stuff. But
Yeah. There's something else in here too. Not sure what that is. I see something. I'm gonna open it because I did want to open one of these just to actually use since I have jumbo cards. But here we go. Gotta slide it out. It's just like a weird seal there too, so I guess you could keep the binder intact.
mm-hmm.
Here's the card. Kind of flimsy, real thin, but it's got the
Yeah,
little logo on it.
I may have to find that just for the Pikachu.
Oh yeah, here's a calendar or something. I don't know. It says just the 25th celebration is a huge deal, blah blah blah. Keep an eye out for the first starter collector's binder. So yeah, like each month they're going to count down. Like March, it's going to be the Galar region, and they're going to work their way backwards to Kanto in
Oh, that's
October.
pretty cool.
And yeah, here's like a little checklist.
Hmm,
But
that's
they're
pretty sweet.
I think they're gonna come in like jumbo packs with normal packs, and then in it you'll get like the three starters and then a couple packs.
Yeah,
So
I seen. I wonder if that has to do with like the starter, like the little card packs. Have you seen those yet?
I haven't. Were they the
Um,
25th anniversary stuff or?
yeah. So it kind of looks like like the little packs that you get in like the General Mills, and like the kind of like the McDonald's pack.
Mm-hmm.
Like it kind of looked like those. Um, which I just seen them on TCG, and of course they're not out yet, but it just had like each pack with the three starters on it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, but they're jumbo sized.
Oh, that's
So
pretty cool.
yeah, check it out. Bam. Number one. So it is clear. It is clear sleeves,
Oh, that's cool.
but
Yeah, seriously, I've got a bunch of them around here. I got a pile of them somewhere. I don't know what I did with them exactly, but
yeah, I just wanted to have something for him. So it is like a normal cardstock binder, though. Like, I don't know why I was imagining this being like an Ultra Pro type binder, because
hmm
that's what I have, but it is not. It is a normal, like, style binder, but
yeah,
pretty cool,
kind
though.
of like they're like the ones for each set and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's that. Uh, I got another package here I might open up real quick. Have you seen those binders out and about, though?
I have not. No, I haven't seen them anywhere, honestly. Because I was wondering if they came with like a promo card in them or anything. So that's more of what I was interested in. But
That is the only way you can get that Pikachu, though. Like, that Pikachu comes with the binder only, and then that's it. So, that is the only place you can get the Jumbo Pikachu. But yeah, it's a pretty cool card.
uh, let's see here.
In other news, we have some very warped VS Series
Oh,
cards. Look
holy
at that.
shit!
But that's a problem for those. I mean, they're known,
Yeah,
so these cards weren't really stored in a binder, but they're good condition, though. Got me a Suicune.
what
Got
set
a
is that from now?
Steelix. This is a Japanese VS series.
Oh, okay, of
So this is like the Gen 2 gym set that we never got in English.
course.
So yeah, there's this whole thing about them. It's like I don't know if they like showed them off in like one of the tournaments, like the Tropical Mega Battle tournament or something, but there's also some of the rarest cards in the world kind of tied to them. So
That's
they
pretty cool.
so they released these in Japanese, and they made a set of them, a small like sample set in English, and they brought them to like Hawaii for like the Tropical Mega Battle or one of the big tournaments, just so they could like play test them essentially. And so everyone there like got a handful of them, and they deemed that they were too overpowered for the game at the time. And so they never made this set in English. But there's English versions that were given out during that tournament that are like some of the rarest cards in
See,
the
I've never even
set.
heard of them, so there's no telling what price those go for exactly.
Yeah, I mean thousands easily. Plus with today's market, I mean I don't think we've seen any show up for sale in a long time. But I mean, yeah, they're up there quite a bit. Definitely like more scarce than like even illustrators and stuff. But like people just either don't know about them or the people who do know about them don't really share their knowledge with them because they're trying to collect them.
Yeah.
But so I know Charlie Herlocker, the guy behind Ludkin's grading,
Mhm.
I know he's looking for some, but he might not tell you he's looking for them, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Put him on blast.
He's been looking for
No.
him for a while. For all I know, he may have found some, but very hard to come by.
Yeah. I starting to say it just seems like everybody is all of a sudden into Pokemon lately, and I'm not gonna lie, it sucks because,
It does.
um, like I said, the Target down here, they're like, oh, we have Magic cards, which I do not care about whatsoever. And then, of course, the GameStop in my area, there's one guy that has a channel, which if I ever figure him out, I'm still not ever gonna reveal his channel. But
We're hunting
uh,
you down.
yeah,
We'll put
I
him
started
on
to say
blast.
if you live around my area and you have a channel and you're the guy that's buying all the GameStop cards, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, screw you.
Yeah, but no, let's see, it was so I found they actually had like the Kanto power boxes at Walmart not too long ago,
Mhm.
and I probably should have bought them. Granted, I didn't have money to buy them, but I probably still should have just went ahead and popped out a credit card and bought them.
Mhm.
But like I'm to the point now where if I'm not interested in that set, I'm not trying to just gobble everything up. But that just seems like that's all that's happening around this area is just people scalping and trying to sell everything for 3 times what it's worth,
Yeah.
and it's really killing the Pokemon mood for me.
That's kind of what I've been struggling with too. Like, I got two Shining Fates boxes, like I said. I opened one because I like to open one just to enjoy, like, the set firsthand, at least one box. And then I pretty much, I wanted to give one away, so at least having two. So if I only got one, like, I was just going to give it away. So I still got that giveaway going on. And then my other four that I get, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably just open them, see what I get. But they're only going for about 100 online, which is 40, 45 more than their retail, but it's not like Hidden Fates going for like 150.
Yeah, so I'm
So,
pretty sure, from what I understand, Pokemon's just going to keep pumping out the cards, which is awesome.
mhm.
Like, I don't try to like make money, which that's just because I can't afford it like everybody else can. But like,
Well, and you
even if I
collect
did,
too.
I just want to collect. Like, I actually just went through all of this down here, and
Uh,
then all of this.
got some bulk.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I'm weeding out a lot of my collection here lately too, but it's just
I
hard to find anything.
I never liked having extras, so like whenever I put stuff together, then I'd have extras. Like I'd always try to sell them or give them away or something, because I don't want the urge to like chase after something else just because. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm kind of getting that way now. Like I don't have really any interest in battle styles. I don't know if you've seen the cards released for that, but
With the two new legendaries, which, like we talked about before, I'm just kind of collecting every set, so I hope to buy some, but
yeah,
I mean it's whatever at this point.
looks like it's a solid set. I just like I'm not drawn to it. Like I'd rather like continue buying my older stuff.
Mhm.
So like I'm probably not even gonna open any of that to be honest.
Yeah.
I think
If I
the
can find some, I will. But the way it's been lately, I'm just buying singles and stuff off of like online, and then back at our one of our hometown card shops, and
yeah,
that's all I've been doing lately. Nothing crazy.
I did see a lot of info posted on the forum though. I don't know if it was yesterday or today. It's March 3rd when we're recording this, I think. They announced kind of like the print runs of battle styles. So this one guy I kind of keep close tabs on, he was ordering what was it, 300 booster boxes. He was trying to order of battle styles because he actually has his own store. Like that's like a normal order for him. He was getting 24 in the first wave, which is like in a couple weeks,
That's crazy.
and they're releasing it as three waves. So like the first one's gonna be like 24 boxes. The second one he's gonna get like 100 something boxes, and then whatever's left in the third wave. But the problem is these waves are like months apart. So
Mhm.
like the third wave of battle styles, well, there'll be another set out at that point. So it's just kind of weird how they're doing it. I think that's how they're going to be doing it for the near futures, like these waves systems. And the first wave is just going to be like hardly anything, but that just might be the new norm. So,
I don't know. Like I said, it's not a. I don't know how to say it exactly, but it just kind of it sucks for you know everybody else that I mean you have to pay like ridiculous prices
mm-hmm,
for things, and in all honesty it's getting to the point now where I mean like these trainer boxes you may pay $100 for one box, but I mean realistically how many boxes do you have to buy to complete a set? It's almost cheaper just to buy complete sets anymore, even with the $600 Charizard. I mean kind of like Champion's Path, you pay like 800 total, and I think you can get like the whole set, and $600 of it's the Charizards. It's
mm-hmm.
almost like cheaper just to buy whole sets if you're collecting that way, which I actually enjoy opening cards, so I try to buy some, but I think like anymore, I've just been planning on saving up, buy a whole set, go on to the next one.
Yeah, that's the way to do it for the sets. Even the older ones, like you can buy like a Neo Genesis set for $1,000 right now, which packs. One pack goes for a couple hundred, so
Hmm.
you can buy 5 packs or buy the whole set. So might not be the best condition, but yeah, for the old stuff that's been phased out, since everything's getting crazy expensive. But even if it's not worth it for these newer sets, like I think most people they would open like a booster box and then buy the rest that they didn't pull.
Hmm.
But like now there's so much trouble in finding product, like it's not worth it really.
No. And
So
then like I've never seen, I guess Vivid Voltage was like the first like set that kind of got out of hand, but like people just automatically the booster box went from like $100 to like 175 to 200,
yeah.
immediately, which I just I don't understand how that can happen,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just right now
Which
Pokemon community, you guys suck.
everyone
Just kidding, I love you.
sucks. Everything
Yep, everybody
sucks.
sucks.
PSA sucks.
Yep. Like it used to be like you could hardly find anybody that was even like interested, and those people were like, diehard like collectors, and or it's just nostalgia kind of stuff. But literally, let's see, the people that I've talked to, around my areas at like card shops and that kind of stuff, they're in it for money.
Yeah. So you're saying you're talking to a guy at Target?
Yeah, so I was talking to this guy, and I was asking him like, "Oh, like, do you have a lot of stuff? Like, I'm just, you know, where I moved to, I don't really know a whole lot of people down here that's even interested. So I was just trying to, make conversation, and um, like two of the three last people that I talked to actually said they don't even collect. They're just selling on eBay. They're eBay sellers, and he's like, I'm just pretty much buying whatever's on the shelves and selling them. And
Yeah.
he said it's just the easiest way to make money without actually like working a job. Which I mean, hey, not gonna hate on anybody trying to make a living, but
Gotta do what you gotta do, but
at the same time, it's kind of shitty. Like, at least leave some stuff for everybody else. And just the fact that like he couldn't even tell me like what sells better. He was just talking about buying
just
everything.
literally everything.
Yeah, which that's me. Like, if you're going and buying, there you don't see anybody trying to buy cosmic eclipse and shit like that. That's for ridiculous prices.
Yeah.
Evolutions I could understand, some of the newer sets I could understand, but I mean he's literally just buying everything. And he was talking about like he wishes he wouldn't have bought some of the stuff because he's got a bunch of it that's not selling now, and then he still like continues to buy it. So I was just like, gosh, like this is
Yeah.
what it's been lately, and it just sucks.
Well, it's gonna bite him in the long run because I was telling someone this just the other day. Like, Pokemon, they don't see that person in the store scalping and ripping everyone off.
Mhm.
They see their product selling and they see that they need more of it, and so they pump it out. So really, like the more they scalp, even though it sucks right now because they can't keep up, um, so scalpers just suck in general. But like eventually, Pokemon just sees that there's a demand still there, and these scalpers are winning because Pokemon can't get it out fast enough. But once
Mhm.
Pokemon, like, hopefully they can catch up, they just see the product is gone, whether that goes to collectors or scalpers or whatnot. They just see an empty shelf and they want to replace it. So eventually, these scalpers are going to be stuck with all this product, and you know, Pokemon's just going to see, like, even though the set's been scalped, they're going to see the demand there because
Mhm.
people are wanting it.
Which that's what I love about like just Pokemon as a company, because they're like a company that's openly like talked about how much they hate people like scalping and selling their stuff.
Hmm.
And like I think they're a company that would try to like they would lose a little bit of money to screw people like those kind of people over too, because I know I've seen like gosh, I can't remember the guy's name. He's like one of the head people, but he's talked about it a few times already.
Hmm.
I'll have to see if I can find that article again. I don't know. Somebody did an interview with him about like all the stimulus checks and stuff, and he said it's nice to make money, but gosh, how do you word it? Something about like this is for people to have fun too. So.
Yeah, and they're all about the kids. Like, they
Mhm.
sacrifice so much just for the enjoyment of the kids. Like, that's why their games are easy now. Like, they don't care
Mhm.
that people our age are playing the games. Like, they don't really care about us. Like, they made the games easier because they're trying to appeal to the kids. You
Mhm.
know, like
Which,
they've
like,
been cited saying that. Like, yeah, the reason why the games are easier or they never get harder for our older audience is because they want the kids to play them.
kind of like the new like Diamond and Pearl games. Like, I feel like they kind of made them a little bit more childish, for the kids. But then there's also the Arceus that it looks like they kind of made for adults. So,
Yeah, a little more
like,
open
I'm
world
cool with
type.
it. The Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, like it being the first game on the Switch, like I can understand why they made it a little easier for children. I still had fun playing the game.
Yeah.
Actually, I just bought Let's Go Eevee because I didn't have it, and started playing it through again. And I mean, I still have fun with it. Sword and Shield was fun. Um,
Yeah, it's something about the casual experience too. And but yeah, it's all about the kids and like that's why they want to do like for cards too. But yeah, it's just weird. Everyone needs to just be patient, I feel like, even though it's hard. Like, if you don't pay the scalper prices, they have to fight each other to get your money. They have to keep going down
hmm
and down and down. But then you got all these YouTubers who need product to open on a release week, so they're buying it either way.
Yeah.
It's
Which
just
kind
crazy.
of like the one person that we was talking about that just kind of got into the cards to make money,
Yeah.
someone close to us, but they're already out of it. I've messaged them and tried to see what all they've been able to get a hold of, and I think they're already out of it. So I see a lot of people quickly getting out of, the trying to make the money, but there is still a lot of people doing it. So it
Yeah.
sucks. I don't hate you all if you're scalping. I'm not saying anything like that, and I'm not being like a little salty person or anything. It sucks. It's not fun.
Yeah, and there's always going to be some, and flippers, and have always been part of the market either way, but it's just the extent that we're seeing it. Like you said, we're seeing these people not even caring about collecting, like they just know of it and just want to make money.
Hmm.
I when I was there looking for these binders opening day, there was a girl there who went in with us, and like we were talking to her, and it was like freaking Black Friday frenzy. Like we went to the toy section and they had an XY pack on every uh I forgot what they call them, peg. So just to face it, they just had one sitting on each one. She went up there, started grabbing them. She's like, "You guys don't want these, do you?" And I'm like, "No, like go for it." Well, I was just looking for these binders so I could buy two of them. Um, but yeah, and then she like said she went on to say like she only needed like two cards in the set to complete her master set. So it's like, okay, well, like why are you
Just buy
buying
the
all
two
these
packs.
packs then? Yeah, literally going crazy for these just two packs
Yeah.
just to
Gosh damn.
probably threw away all the cards that she pulled.
Yeah. Which that's the other thing. Scalpers, if you do watch Nathan's videos to try to learn a little bit more, open up a few packs. Like it's quickly addicting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's got me so, hooked to it. It's not, I mean, yes, Pokemon's childhood, nostalgia, that kind of stuff, but opening packs is addictive.
Mm-hmm. And that's why Evolution's taken off so crazy, because like it was fun to open. It's got nostalgia in it.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's my thing too. Like I don't care if you're scalping or flipping or whatnot. Like at least be engaged in the hobby. Don't just like your guy totally unengaged,
Yeah.
just taking it just because. So it's kind of
Which,
messed up.
yeah, I asked him, I was like, hey, do you open up anything? Like, do you collect anything Pokemon at all? And he's like, I used to collect baseball cards, but it's just easier to sell them whole. And I was like, oh, well, that's shitty.
It's like, well, you're a piece of shit. See you later.
No, I was being friendly, but part of it was also like, hey, I'm not a dickhead. Let me take a few of those packs. But
Yeah. Yeah, I probably would have said something. It's like, oh yeah, that's pretty fucked up, man.
yeah, Taylor doesn't need to get angry in public though.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna stop collecting. It's just gonna be a little bit harder to get my stuff, but I mean, it's whatever.
I do like. I don't know if you saw PSA doubled all their prices.
So I did not see that, but let me pull that up real quick. Like,
So across the board, all service levels doubled price for everything. What do you think about that?
I like it. I do. It does. I don't know. It's one of those things. I think a lot of people are. There is a lot of PSA collectors, but it's the same as people buying the packs. I think a lot of people are just opening packs, for the rare cards, sending them off to PSA. 'Cause, a freshly opened pack, unless you're just completely careless with it, is going to get a PSA 8 or higher.
Yeah,
And I mean, it just kind of flood. I feel like it kind of screws the market over a little bit. Um,
I think I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent about it. I think it's good that they increase them, But if we don't see any improvement in service, it's gonna be it's not gonna be good for them.
Yeah,
And
which I
they,
wonder if they're raising prices maybe to slow down people from sending so they can get caught back up too.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. So there's a couple scenarios that I was kind of talking to people on the forums about. And what I'm seeing on Instagram is a lot of people starting to really jump over to CGC for modern stuff. And I myself just sent out today like my biggest CGC order. Granted, it was mostly a friend's stuff, and he's much better with CGC. I am more of a PSA person, but it's to the point now where anything modern, especially post Champions Path Vivid Voltage stuff, I'm uh I'm probably gonna really consider CGC.
Yeah,
But
I
old
do.
stuff, I'll always be PSA still though. But
Yeah, I do like the way the CGC cases look compared to the PSA though. Like,
I like I like PSA more. I like the CGC label though. I really like the case. Like
hmm
both cases. If you put like BGS in the mix too, like I like PSA and CGC cases pretty much identically. I don't know which one I like more yet, but I don't like BGS at all, and I don't like BGS label at all
hmm
because I hate how it's like off-centered, and then they have the logo. So like you have the card, and then the logo's like off-center. Um, so there's that, and that's my only problem with the CGC label too, is they have the label and it goes across the whole top like it should, which Beckett doesn't. But then the number takes up like the whole like fourth of the left
hmm
side. So then the wording is like off center. So that kind of that's not that appealing to me, but with when you have the subgrades on it, it looks pretty nice. But I just don't like it being off center. I like how PSA's label takes up the whole top and it's like uniform and
So
everything like
I'm looking
that.
at the PSAs now. Is this uh like starting at $20 a card for a minimum of 10 cards? So you're gonna be spending $200 like
Yeah.
every one of them at least, anyways. 50 for maximum declared of 4.99 and 100 per card for maximum declared at 9.99. So were those all just cut in half before? Like I said, I don't have any graded stuff, so I didn't know what they were before.
Yeah, whatever they're showing on there, they were half price. Like I know their Express, which I'm only looking through Ludkins also. Like I support Ludkins when I'm going through PSA, but I'm pretty sure it was 75 and it jumped to 150 for that tier that I mostly use. Um, and Ludkins, by the way, they took down all their pricing info, so they're still trying to figure it out. And we've seen all these grading companies like Graded Gym. They're in the UK and US. They shut down all their grading services like two weeks ago because they just wanted to get as much stuff out because they knew this price increase was coming. So that makes things easier. So now they can start fresh with the new prices. And every year PSA does adjust their prices. And every year there's been like a small increase, but we've never seen anything close to like double.
Yeah.
So it's insane. But if they like increase this, like this is just their normal increase and they've just increased it because demand is increased, like that's pretty messed up. Like we have to like I just can't stress it enough how much we have to see like within the next month something improve like
hmm
service wise.
Yeah, if they're charging double, they better start pumping those suckers out a lot faster than what they have. Because what
Yeah.
you may send in a card and not get it for like what 2 months at least, if not a lot like more.
Yeah, that's for like express stuff. Like if you send in bulk, it's like up to a year now, pretty much. Um, there's people who are getting stuff back now that sent off at the beginning of the pandemic, so like March area for us.
That's crazy.
So it's creeping up on a year. Um, And then throughout the summer, you had like a bunch of people sending in who've been in the hobby a long time. Know that Charlie guy that I mentioned? He sent in 30,000 cards himself because he's like a business and pretty much sent in his entire inventory's worth of cards into PSA. So there's
That's crazy.
30,000 cards right there. That probably set them back a week or two just with his order alone. But it's
See,
crazy.
it almost seems like it'd be easier if you put a limit on how many people or how many cards can be sent from one person, rather than I don't know if double the price is just because it's just popping off right now or what, but I feel like if they would just limit on how many you can send in per person, feel like that would
Yeah.
be a better way of doing it than
I
this.
mean, yeah, I don't think they'll ever do that just because they're like so profit driven. But
Oh
like,
yeah,
I mean, it needs to be something drastic like that. Like, some people even say like shut down entirely for a month and
yeah,
just
just get caught up on what you got.
pump out as much as you can. Just stop getting cards. Like, it's just piling up, piling up, piling up. Like, just stop and catch up. Like, it's gonna be bad for you, like business wise, but at this point, like, you have to do that. You can't just like double the prices either, just because that's what you normally do. This doubling is a little much, but I can back it if like we see some crazy or some change in like the service.
Oh, definitely.
But right now we haven't seen any. They said they've hired 100 people. They said they got a new facility up and running, new staff for the new facility, but we still haven't really seen much anything change. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I almost sent I thought about sending some cards to PSA, some of the cards that I know like I would never get rid of, or doubles to where I could trade for something along those
Yeah,
lines. But just the wait time, and then I got to thinking of like it's kind of hard to like showcase. I don't you can't really like you can't put it in a binder. It just
yeah.
kind of has to sit out, and I'm definitely not going to be sending any, but I do like kind of like you've been sending a lot of cards off lately. It does suck for you cuz how many cards do you have that are like gone right now?
Um, I mean, not a bunch compared to some people, but like I probably got 300 out there just sitting there.
See, that just
Maybe a little less, but
that just sucks though cuz like
yeah, and everything I sent out is pretty much either like my side collection stuff where I could potentially sell if the moment is right, but yeah, they're just sitting at PSA. So,
yeah, starting to say they definitely need to get on top of their stuff before they.
yeah. And now CGC is like getting pummeled with stuff. So I, for one, I was on the fence with CGC, and I was like, I sent my air cards to them because they label the airs nicely and they'll grade a lot of stuff that PSA won't. But yeah, I was on the fence to where like if I ever collected CGC, it would be modern only. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about this the last week, and then with the price hikes, it pretty much like sealed my fate with it because I was like, all these kids today, if they can find packs, they're seeing all these people grade and all these people talk about CGC. All these parents are looking at CGC, and I don't know if you've seen people like submitting through CGC or not, but like their online forum and process is like super easy. Like if you had one card you wanted to send off, you could you could have the submission form complete even if you didn't know what you were doing within 5 minutes. Like you could have it done. Like it's so super easy to like plug in the card on their website. It's like $9 a card for bulk, and your wait time right now is 77 business days. So that's a little under 3 months, which isn't crazy, especially nowadays. But yeah, $9 a card, you can grade bulk and get it back within 3 months through CGC.
That's crazy.
So a lot of those new people are seeing that price, and even me being like an older collector, like starting to see the value of CGC, and I've I don't know, kind of become okay with modern being so popular and CGC gaining popularity. So
Hmm.
we're starting to see more and more people use CGC for newer stuff. And I anything pre-evolutions, like I would not send to CGC, like PSA only for older stuff. Like
Yeah.
I see people have base set stuff in CGC, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of messed up. But
I
uh,
started saying, so how well does that sell on CGC? Like to have like if you had like a base set Venusaur or something, like have you seen like do prices
it
are they
doesn't
like drastically lower
it doesn't
or
have the premium that PSA does, and I think with the higher prices, we'll actually see that get worse. So PSA cards might have like a premium over the other cards. But I've seen stuff where like PSA 10s of a card that's like $1,000 selling at $1,000, and PSA 10 they might sell at like, I don't know, 900 CGC 10, 875 maybe. So I think that premium will always be there, and it might get worse. But I mean, looking way down in the future, like 10 years from now, I don't know if that premium is going to really exist for current modern stuff. I think like we're just gonna see way more CGC for everything right now and in the future, and there'll be a premium on PSA stuff for stuff that came out before last year. But other than that, I
yeah.
think CGC will be much more popular, especially with newer people. Like it's the only reason PSA is preferred is because like all the older people in the hobby prefer PSA. So I don't know. We've seen it with BGS. Like no one graded Pokemon through BGS ever until like the last 5 years, unless you had like a truly mint card. And
Yeah.
now we're seeing that change. Like we're seeing people collect PSA and BGS simultaneously. But yeah, I don't know. CGC grades very strictly, and they got a nice system, and if they keep those standards up, they'll be pretty good.
Be kind of nice to have a second option too. It's always good to
Yeah,
have competition. And I mean, if you know, with CGC kind of quickly I feel like they're quickly catching up.
yeah,
Really, PSA, I feel like they've, like you said, anything pre-evolutions, you do want to go PSA. But like for the near future, everything else, if there's more than one, competition, I feel like it'll probably be better that way too. Because I mean, PSA, if they could just put whatever prices they want, if if it's worth more because of their label,
yeah.
but if they got some competition, that'd be kind of nice. So I'm all for it on CGC and stuff. But
Yeah, and if I like these cards that I'm getting back and like I get used to that, then they've converted like an old collector to CGC. So everything modern I'll just collect in CGC, and everything older I'll collect in PSA, which granted
yeah,
95% of my stuff is older, so I'll be PSA anyway, but um yeah, I mean, I'm starting to see the upside to CGC, so I'm sure other people are thinking the same.
oh yeah, definitely.
My friend, he pulled the Marnie card from Shiny Star V, which wasn't in our Shining Fates set. It's a $350 loose card. He expressed it through CGC, and it's gonna take 11 business days, so he'll get it back in like the end of 2 week mark, and it cost him like $70. Where like PSA would cost you $150 now, and it would take probably a month, anywhere up to 3 months
Yeah,
to get it back. So
that's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, I wish that Marnie card was in the English version, but
hmm
I don't know. Maybe we'll get it in a different set.
it's a pretty good one. I'm sure we'll see it somewhere. But the scenarios that I was talking about, I have some scenarios like people are just going to start, like, here's why the PSA thing could be very stupid on their part. Like, if they're just increasing it just because, if they think that's the answer to cut down on some of the volume, which maybe it will, but you cannot bank on that because if they're going off that plan and don't increase their service,
Mm-hmm.
all these people are gonna probably not send as many cards in, but they'll probably jump up in service. Because like my cards and that big binder that I've made videos about before, like all those cards have to be expressed basically because they're worth a lot.
Yeah.
So like regardless, like if I grade those, I'm just, backing up the higher tiers. So that's what everyone else is doing. So people will start sending in higher tiers, they'll get backed up, and then the bulk will get even more backed up because they have to see those higher tiers before the bulk, and then it's just like a, endless cycle. Um, and then the flip side of that is people start seeing the value in CGC more, like I have this last week, start sending in through CGC. They're the way cheaper options, super user friendly. For modern cards, they're gaining momentum. So people just jump ship to PSA or from PSA either way. And that scenario makes CGC get more backed up. So it's just bad scenario all around, it seems like,
Mm-hmm.
unless PSA, like I said, they show like within the next month that something drastic has changed. Or where it at least looks like they've hired 100 people instead of them saying that they have. It doesn't seem like they've even had anything or any improvement whatsoever.
Yeah. I start to say that, their backup time, they've got to get that definitely straightened out. But
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But
Yep.
yeah, that doubling in prices is a little much, but
I'm just glad I'm a binder collector
me
more than
too.
anything else. And at this point, like, yeah, that binder I have in there of all my like better stuff that I just kind of have stashed away, locked up, don't look at it much. That's really the only other things that I have to grade. So I might send in small batches here and there, but I'm also not going to get rid of them. So I'm probably just going to hold on to them until this mess gets cleared up.
Yeah,
But or
definitely.
something changes. But yeah,
Yeah,
binder
I'm glad I'm a
collections.
binder. I started to say that's actually, uh, which it's a mess because I was trying to quickly put everything away. But that is
Yeah,
pretty much two, three, four. I think I've got about 22 binders of stuff from base set to the current collection.
nice.
So slowly but surely,
I got some back there, but it's all like just base through gym sets,
yeah.
which I'm really wanting to put together like Neo and the E series too.
Well, starting to say if you're going for the commons and uncommons, I got you.
Got some right there.
Yeah, I went through
Nice.
and pulled all of that whenever I was doing my reorganizing. I just kept all the old stuff separate because I didn't know if
Yeah.
that's something you were still planning on or not.
Yeah. So I'm finishing up. That's what these VS series cards are for. I'm finishing up that Japanese binder back there. Um, I have the vending series 1 through 3 complete, and then I'm doing a VS series. And then I have like the web series, which is another like release that we didn't really get in English. Once those are complete and it's getting close, um, I'm basically gonna be done with my like goal collection, except for grading, my
Hmm.
first editions and stuff, which that's just gonna come slowly over time. So, because my goal was is to finish those binders and then grade all my stuff, and then my collecting would be like finding better versions of those graded cards. But now it's like, that's just gonna be on hold. It'll happen when it happens. So I might go for Neo sets again. I never actually fully collected Neo. I always had cards here and there, but yeah, I never really had like just a binder collection to enjoy of them.
Yeah, that's I've got a lot of holes in mine, but quickly have been finding, singles here and there. And really, at this point, it's kind of like you said, um, like how you want to just upgrade. Right now, I'm just filling holes. I don't care if it's damaged or not, and then eventually I'll go back through whenever I find nicer stuff and get it upgraded. But as long as I got the hole filled, that's what I'm currently going for. So
Yeah,
luckily, I found a lot of mildly played stuff that was labeled mildly played, but it's a lot better looking than what you know uh,
yeah,
the
than
guy
you
I
were
bought it
expecting.
from said. Yeah, he said he just puts mildly played on some of the stuff because then if somebody did grade it and something did happen, it makes him look bad. So he puts everything lower. So if something is like mint, he puts near mint, he puts lightly played. That's
Yeah,
just so that way people will come back and buy from him, which is, I mean, I've probably spent $700 lately.
for just the one guy.
Yeah.
That's how I am. Like I find certain eBay sellers, like if you are true, like that's what people don't get. Maybe here's these lessons for these scalpers. Um, lying about condition on eBay, like a near mint card, these people who don't collect don't know what a true near mint card is. Like
Hmm.
it might be a flawless card to your average person, but yeah, learning the condition and just being honest with your sellers about condition, because you have people like who only collect like excellent or even played cards. So if you find those people, they find you and like they know you're true to your condition, they keep coming back. Like that's what I do. If I find a seller who's like true like condition and I'm happy with their card and like I buy multiple things and I'm happy with them both, like I'll save the seller and I'll check them first.
Hmm.
So might be losing a couple bucks every time you sell something, but you're gaining more sales that way.
Definitely. And
But
like I said with that, like I mean, some people, you know, like if I buy from him and something one card's not as good as what maybe I thought, like I don't mind spending an extra few bucks buying it from him than I would trying to find the cheapest option, because he's done really good with me. So
yeah,
I may have to try to get with him and see if we can maybe get a giveaway or something. Link his link his shop and
yeah,
something. I don't know. I'll have to get a hold of him and see.
that'd be cool. Yeah, and like my stuff, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, you have anything else you want to touch on, or I know you got some other plans. Might have to get going.
Yeah, definitely. No, I think really like just trying to get my platform started. That's really all I'm doing lately.
Yep. If you guys tuning in, don't forget to subscribe. Check out Sir Taylor the Great. We'll have links and his stuff down below and whatnot. And
So I started to say, don't mean to plug too much, but I do have a giveaway on mine, and it's maybe to some people it doesn't mean that much. This card exactly, but the Espeon GX, the Sun and Moon set is like the one set that got me back into collecting. So the Espeon GX was the last card that I had to buy, so I bought a second one, and I will be giving it away whenever just my Instagram gets to 200. So
nice.
if you guys would like it, Espeon GX, just follow my Instagram once it gets to 200. I'm
Jump
gonna
on it.
select someone randomly. But
Yep. That'll be down below too. Be sure to check that out. But yeah, man, we'll have to do these more often. Just kind of
yeah, like I said,
talking.
now that I got my at work, we got a new block schedule. So once I get that down, I'm gonna try to routinely get some videos compiled. Maybe we can start getting some more videos posted.
Yep. I'll be on more of a day schedule here too, so that'll be easier for me too.
Sweet.
So, all right, y'all. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
See ya.